Hello, my friend. So in this video, I'll be discussing about the evening star, which is just essentially the opposite of the morning star. So over here, you can see that the first candle is bullish, right? Buyers push price all the way up higher and closing near the highs. And the second candle is where things get interesting because instead of following through towards the upside, you notice that you have an indecision candle telling you that both the buyers and sellers are in equilibrium. And the third candle kind of seals the deal as the sellers came in and took control and finally, closing the price near the lows of this candle. So just a quick trivia for you, right? If you just look at this particular candle, let's say in isolation, just this candle, what candlestick pattern is this? Right, I give you 5 seconds. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, right? So if you said the answer is a bearish engulfing, you are correct. Because if you look at this candle, right, I know I said look at this candlestick pattern in isolation, but if you put it into context, right, you look at this and this, right, you notice that this is a bearish engulfing as it has engulfed the body of the prior candle. So you can see that, this three candle pattern, the evening star and even the morning star, are just basically, taking the similar concepts that you have learned in the earlier lesson and applying it into this lesson that you're seeing right now. Okay, so everything is, built on the foundation to what you have learned earlier. And moving on, right, the evening star is a bearish reversal pattern. Sellers are momentarily in control, and the larger it is, the more significant the pattern is. So let's have a look at a few examples on the chart. So I would say this is a variation of the evening star. You have a bullish candle, right? A bullish candle. This one is, I will consider this somewhat as a doji, even though it has closed lower. And this third candle has, tell you the sellers are in control as it has closed near the lows of this candle. Okay. Another one that I would say is, let's see, let me find it. I would say this is another variation, right? You can see that the first candle, this one, tried to close higher. Second, isn't exactly a doji. It looks somewhat like a bearish pin bar. Okay. And the third candle has closed bearishly lower. This is another variation. I would say this is another variation, right? This one first candle, second, and the third one. So again, as I've said in the earlier lesson, right, it's important to understand, what the price is telling you instead of memorizing candlestick pattern. Because if you do try to memorize, then you'll be trying to find all these patterns where none exists. It's very rare you actually see a textbook example, right? Even this one, right? This you can see a bullish candle. This is more of a bearish price rejection, right? A bearish pin bar, and then a third candle, close lower. So I would say this is another variation of the evening star. Okay, just a quick recap, right? The evening star is a bearish reversal pattern, a 3-candle reversal pattern. Sellers are momentarily in control, right? The larger this pattern is, right, the more significant the reversal will be. And one thing to point out is that if you realize, right, there's one more point which I've left out, which is this, right, is to not trade this pattern or any candlestick pattern in isolation, right? I've been drilling this, I think, since the first video. So you kind of know how serious I am about this point, right? Don't trade this in isolation. And don't worry about how to trade it, because in the later videos, in the later part of this training session, right, I will teach you how to trade candlestick patterns the correct way. So with that, I have come to the end of this video, and I'll see you in the next.